What's going on? Welcome back to Normal Baseball. The All-Star break is approaching. Let's talk about which teams are the best and which teams are the worst. What's going on? Welcome back to Normal Baseball. I'm Alex, Normal Dog. That's Lewis. And today we got kind of fun episode. We're just gonna talk about some stuff. A couple of award races. Yeah.
We got a couple of other housekeeping items to take care of that we'll get into everything, of course.
Yeah, you know how we do it. We do it everything. Where do we want to start? We could start with just out front, who is the best team in baseball right now? Because I'd argue it's not the Yankees anymore.
I happen to argue that too.
I'd say that the Astros are in a much better spot than the Yankees are right now. The Astros are 53-27, 13.5 games up in their division. And the Yankees are 58-23 and just 13 games up in their division. I think overall the Astros are a lot better. Not a lot better. No, but I think overall when you look at everything, the Astros are a better team.
Oh yeah, 110%. I mean, we saw early in the year that they kind of slid getting out of the box. They weren't all themselves, but they came around eventually. I mean, they are still the team to beat. They've been in the ALCS has been played in Houston for the last 5 years, 6 years. So it makes sense that, believe it or not, the team that's been good is still good. But as heartbreaking as it might be for Yankees fans to hear that they might not be the best team in baseball anymore, I believe the Yankees are still two.
Oh no, yeah, no, I do think the Yankees are too. I think it's. I just happen to be wearing this. This is not planned. I feel like it's Astros, Yankees, Mets, Dodgers, Padres. After that, it can be kind of thrown up. Even those top five, I'd say after the Mets, it can kind of be thrown up because the Dodgers have been bad at points too.
Yeah,
Padres have been really good. They just lost Chris Taylor, but at the same time, they got Mookie back.
Yeah.
So it's all kind of relative. I'm trying to pull up the team stats right now, but I feel like the Astros pitching is unmatched in my opinion. Their starters, Framber is amazing.
He's good.
Who else they got? JV has been amazing coming back. Can you look? What are JV's stats? He's certainly one of the best players in baseball. He pitched one game in 2020 and 2021 combined. He comes back this year, and he's been one of the best pitchers in baseball, let alone starters. They also have Urquidy, and then their whole bullpen has been really good. Who else didn't I say? I feel like I'm Javier. Javier's been amazing. 27 strikeouts. I don't know about now, but 27 strikeouts in his previous 2 starts, with only 1 hit given up, is like the first time in the modern era that's ever happened.
Yeah. Just to point out, JV is the front runner for Cy Young in my head. He's
really?
10-3 with a 2.03 ERA, and with 97 innings pitched and 90 strikeouts. I think that JV, although for most people, what's his name, Shane McClanahan might be in front of him.
That's actually what I was about to look up because
I think JV being the older guy, the more veteran guy, and the more dominant team is going to take home that award.
Here, let's compare their stats. So I'm more of a McClanahan for AL Cy Young guy.
As am I.
But you just said.
No, I think that JV's going to win it, but I'd much rather see Shane McClanahan win it.
I actually don't think so. Well, do you still have his stats pulled up?
I can get that up right now.
Because McClanahan leads the league in ERA.
Mm-hmm.
He leads baseball in strikeout.
Now, what's the ERA?
1.74. What's JV? 1.83.
2.03. So
okay, he's still
right there.
Strikeouts, he leads 133 strikeouts.
90 for JV.
Which, by the way, McClanahan, 133 strikeouts in 98 and a third innings pitched in 16 starts. Last year, he had 141 strikeouts in 25 starts. So, 9 less starts, and he's almost got the same amount of strikeouts, which is incredible. He leads baseball in ERA plus at 204.
JV is at 188 for ERA plus.
Leads baseball in WHIP with a 814.
832 for JV.
And then leads baseball in hits per 9 and strikeouts per walk. I don't know. I think he leads in too many things for him not to be the front runner right now. He's the front runner in my mind.
Although I agree with your idea that Shane McClanahan should win, I think that JV would take it home if the season ended today.
I actually disagree. I actually think the voters wouldn't vote for him. Maybe comeback player of the year for the AL.
Well, definitely comeback player of the year. That's not even a debate.
Yeah, I don't know about Cy Young, though, because McClanahan... I mean, he just leads him in too many stats. It would be too fishy. It's like the 2019 Cy Young? Cole should have won, but they gave it to Verlander for, like, no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to go with McClanahan. And even a 3.32 WAR. What's Verlander's WAR?
WAR?
Just scroll all the way up.
It's a 2.5. What's McClanahan's again?
3.2, which is good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd have to go with McClanahan for AL Cy Young.
All right, that's fair. I still think that the voters would go with who's on the better team. Like, I feel like that matters a lot more to players, like a lot more to voters, which is upsetting because it should just go to the best player. But what are you going to do about that?
You would think.
Yeah.
But that's not really how they roll. And then the Astros, their starting pitching this year so far is third in ERA, third in WHIP, second in hits per 9. And then the relief pitchers they're first in ERA, second in WHIP, first in hits per 9, third in home runs per 9. Just overall, their pitching staff has been incredible. And I'm going to be honest, their hitting has not been top tier. They're fifth in OPS, which is obviously good, but they're 15th in average, 14th in runs, third in home runs. So they're doing really well on both sides of the ball, and I think overall that's just kind of making them the better team. And even we saw them play the Yankees last week. They played 5 games against them total last week, 4 away, and then 1 at home in the middle of the week. And they won. I mean, they won 3 out of the 5 games. Yep. And the only 2 games the Yankees won were comeback walk-offs. Yep. Like, they didn't win any game convincingly. You know what I mean?
I think...
Although, looking at the Yankees pitching staff, it's incredible, too. Second in ERA, first in WHIP, first in walks per 9. There's relief pitching. Second in ERA, fourth in WHIP, first in home runs per 9. Their starting pitching, third in hits per 9, fourth in strikeouts per 9. They're a good team. They're both really good teams, but I think head-to-head, the Astros do have an edge.
So, I agree with you. But the one thing that we could take away from the entire Astros-Yankees series is that both of these teams are on a collision course for the ALCS. Like, there's... I feel like
it's bound to happen.
Yeah. It's going to be a bloodbath. The Bronx will be bumping, and, I mean, Houston gets loud. It gets so loud there, even during the regular season from time to time, that the camera is shaking, like when you're watching on television, which is crazy to think about for a regular season game. I believe the Yankees and the Astros only play each other 2 more times. It's the day after the All-Star break ends. They have a doubleheader in Houston, and then we don't see that matchup until the postseason, and that's if both teams make it that far. That is.
Is that really their last time playing them? Houston doubleheader.
So. It's just the doubleheader.
Yeah, that's it. Because they were supposed to play at the end of the season.
They were supposed to play in the beginning of the season. In Houston.
Yeah, they were supposed to play in the beginning. Okay, yeah, no. This is certainly a playoff matchup bound to happen. And I do think, while I said the Astros might have an edge, I do think it'll go 7 games regardless. Yeah. And I think in that 7 games, it's anyone's game at that point. So I'm not going to say that one team is most certainly better than the other. One team is certainly going to beat one other in the playoffs. But yeah. And I want to know, who do you think is going to have a better record at the end of the season? Obviously, the Yankees have a better record right now. They have... How many more wins? They have 5 more wins. and 5 less losses. So they're 5 up on them. But the Astros also have to play. The Yankees have to. First of all, the Yankees have to keep this up. And second of all, the Astros are in a lot worse division. I mean, the Red Sox have been surging, and the Yankees have to play the Red Sox this weekend, actually. And you got the Astros playing teams like the Mariners, who have been good, but they're not extraordinary. The Rangers have been not terrible lately, but overall they've been really bad. The Angels have been just terrible this year. After the good start they had, they've been terrible. And then the Athletics are pretty much a win any day of the week. And then when you look at the Yankee side of things, Red Sox they've been, like I said, insanely good. They're leading baseball in batting average. Their pitching has been really good lately. The Blue Jays also have, while they've been underwhelming, it's not a guaranteed victory every time. The Rays, you never know what could happen with the Rays.
Yeah.
And the Orioles have not been a pushover this year.
The Orioles have been a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, exactly. The Orioles have not been that team where when you walk in, you expect to sweep them. They have not been that team this year.
Yeah, I agree. Looking at the schedule and everything, it literally does not look like the Astros have that difficult of a schedule going forward, which means that it will be exciting to watch games. They do play the Braves. We do see a World Series rematch.
That's fun.
In August. We do see them play the Twins, which will be a good matchup, of course. All in all, I think that they're kind of going to stay even. I think by the end of the season, we'll see them within a game, like 1 game to 4 games of each other. I don't think that 5 games is a big enough lead. I think it will definitely get cut down, and I don't know who's going to be in front.
But at that point, it doesn't really matter because the top 2 teams get a bye anyway.
Yeah.
So
it's written in stone almost at this point that the Yankees and the Astros will be those 2 teams.
Yeah, I know, I agree. So I do think that 2 best teams in baseball on any given day, one can be better than the other. But I think right now, and especially how the team's been playing lately, I would give it to the Astros. The Yankees hitting has been not great recently. Their pitching has been good. Obviously last night it wasn't great. They lost to the Pirates. I mean, come on.
Yeah. The O'Neal Cruz led Pirates.
O'Neal Cruz led Pirates. Speaking of O'Neal Cruz, I mean, he's been fun to watch as well.
Yeah, I'm
especially watching
O'Neal Cruz guy.
Yeah. But yeah. And then moving back to the Cy Young argument, we talked about the AL and McClanahan and all that. I want to talk about the NL, more specifically South Beach Sandy Alcantara.
South Beach Sandy.
Sandy Alcantara, Sandy Alcantara, whatever you want to call him. Do you have him as your lock for Cy Young right now?
110% yes. The dude is unstoppable.
Yeah, he's been crazy. As of today, as of recording, 123 and a third innings pitched is 19 and 2/3 more innings pitched than the next highest player, who I believe is Aaron Nola, who is also having hell of a season. But I mean, this is the crazy part to me. He has the highest WAR among pitchers at 4.8.
Yeah.
But that 4.8 is also the highest WAR among any player in baseball.
Yeah.
Which for a pitcher is really good. For
a pitcher within the Miami Marlins system is
Fish.
Spectacular. Only because we see it time and time again where players get sold from these smaller market teams that are not competing. Not to say that Miami's the smallest market, but in the terms of baseball, it's not the first thing that people in the city want to go do is watch a baseball game.
Well, their attendance shows that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're the fish with arms. They have to have good pitching.
So, the fish with arms.
Yeah, fish with arms.
I think that Sandy being this good and this exciting and this dominant is one of the best things possible for the Marlins. And obviously their pitching staff itself has been pretty good. And I think that they have something really interesting to build upon. And that's what I look forward to the most.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, the Marlins pitching staff, they've also not been a pushover team this year. They have a chance at finishing the All-Star break at 500, which in the grand scheme of things is a lot better than I believe some people would have thought.
Yeah.
And then going back to Sandy, I also have him as, if he keeps this up, he's got the NL Cy Young. He's most certainly going to be the All-Star starting pitcher. I don't have a doubt in my mind. If not, then I think it's biased.
How many innings does he go, and what's his line?
In the All-Star game?
In the All-Star game.
Like 2 innings, no runs. He's the starter. They only pitch like 2.
Yeah, I know.
They ain't pitching the starter in 7 innings because
oh my god!
if this guy had an option, he'd go complete game shutout in the All-Star game. I mean, his last 11 starts, he hasn't gone less than 7 innings pitched.
I would love to see them do that. Just let him go
Complete
9
game
innings,
shutout.
complete game shutout
Carbs
against the literal All-Stars. That would be so entertaining.
That'd be hilarious. I would love that. But yeah, and I mean, speaking of the All-Star game, voting came out. We're in the second stage of voting. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes, please.
So first base is Ty France and Vladdy, but I believe Ty France is injured. He might still get the start. I hope he does because his numbers are better than Vladdy's. He's batting .316. His OPS is higher. His homers and RBIs might not be as high, but I'd take a higher batting average over 9 less home runs.
Yes.
Then on the other side, Pete Alonso, Paul Goldschmidt. We can both agree Paul Goldschmidt.
110%. Wait,
Here's
Pete
where.
Alonso? Oh yeah, Pete Alonso.
Here's where it gets a little iffy for me. The NL second baseman, Ozzie Albies is up there. Ozzie Albies and Jazz Chisholm. It's not even about that he's injured. Look, he's not. He shouldn't even be top 2. Not Brandon Nimmo. Jeff McNeil is having a hell of a season, and a lot better of a season than Ozzie Albies is having. And Ozzie Albies only got the vote because his name is more popular. Ozzie Albies' OPS is below 700.
Yeah.
Albies only gets votes because of popularity and being in Atlanta and having been a World Series champion. And I think it's stupid that Jeff McNeil is not an All-Star.
Well,
although he might get on there because Albies is injured, but my point still stands.
No, yeah, I completely agree with you. I mean, it's the same thing with like Tatis in the NL with the shortstop thing. Like, people just vote him because they know the name more than because they know the stats.
But at least he didn't win.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. And then second base in the AL, Espinal has been good, so I can kind of see why he was up there.
But like.
A lot. It does. I do agree. It does have a lot to do that he plays for Toronto and the entire country's on his side. But Altuve is certainly my starter for that.
Yeah, 110%. So same for me.
Devers and Jose Ramirez is interesting. I'd go Devers.
Right now I would go Devers. It's weird to say that J-Rod doesn't deserve to start the All. J-Rod does, but J-Ram. Like, not deserving to start the All-Star game is weird because he's been great. Like, he's been good, but Devers, I feel like, has just done a lot more. And I think Devers is he's looking down the barrel of a big contract this offseason.
Yeah, and he's batting 327.
Yeah.
Which is underlooked because 327
at this point in the year, too.
It's really good. It's like Arias. Luis Arias batting like 350. Not even although he might get on the ballot if Ty France is injured, but he wasn't top 2 for voting, and he's batting 350 at this point in the year. It's really good.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'd give it to Devers.
Yeah,
more homer. He has less RBIs, but at that point, that's less to do with him. I mean, he's batting 327.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, Nolan Arenado, Manny Machado. While it is close, I give it to Manny Machado.
Give it to Manny.
I don't really look at counting stats as much. He has less homers, less RBIs. That doesn't really bother me, though. I like that he's batting .316 with a .915 OPS.
Yeah.
So that's why I'd give it to Manny.
What about the NL shortstop is Trey Turner and Dansby Swanson?
I give it to Dansby. I'm a big Dansby Swanson for All-Star starter guy.
I'm only saying Trey Turner because if we're guessing who's going to start, it's going to be Trey Turner.
I don't know. I wouldn't doubt the city of Atlanta.
They're not going to start Dansby Swanson when the home team's player can start there at short. I have a feeling.
We'll see. You think the voting will be fixed?
I'm not going to say fixed, but I feel like it'll be tweaked. How's that?
That's fixed. That's the same thing.
No. For PR reasons, we're saying tweaked.
Okay. And then the AL shortstop, another one that pisses me off. Bo Bichette does not deserve to be up there.
Not at all.
You got guys like Xander Bogaerts.
Xander Bogaerts.
And Tim Anderson. Tim Anderson's going to be the starter. Not even close.
Yeah, the entire country, like the entire United States has united against one common enemy, and that's Bo Bichette. He's kind of in the line of sight. He's in the firehouse. TA will definitely start the All-Star game. The fact that Bo Bichette's up there is embarrassing because you're rewarding a player who's been kind of doing a lot worse than we thought he would do this year.
Not great, no.
Yeah, which is upsetting because there are probably other shortstops that could have went there.
Xander Bogaerts.
He
was kind of the consensus should have been other top two. And then NL catcher Wilson Contreras, we don't really have to argue that. He's having an insane year. And then Alejandro Kirk is definitely going to be the All-Star starter. And I think
Don't remind me.
Don't remind you. He deserves it. Man's batting short king.
Yeah, for you, not for me.
Batting .314 with a 900 OPS. Jose Trevino can frame all the pitches he wants. I'm taking Kirk over.
Say with me. Jose.
I'm taking Kirk. Because Kirk can frame pitches too. Yeah, I'm going Kirk for starter. But they're all stars anyway at this point, so who really cares?
It's true.
Is that how that works? Are they going to be all stars no matter what?
Yeah.
Or
it's just a matter of who starts.
Just who's the starter? Okay, I get it. And then outfield, Stanton and Trout. I mean, Judge and Acuna are locked in.
As starters,
they're starters no matter what.
Getters.
Which Acuna.
Round of applause.
I mean, Acuna was a lot because of the name, and his numbers are elevated because he hasn't played as many games. But I do think he deserved to be an all-star anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know if he should have been the top vote getter locked in for the next round, but I do think he would have been a starter anyway. I'm going Stanton, Trout. Trout has to be in there. He's insane. Then on the other side, I go Mookie Jock, right?
Really? I went Mookie Duvall.
Assuming you're joking.
No.
I don't know. A good argument was Starling Marte. Marte has been... How many steals? I'm going to base it off how many steals Marte has. If he has over 20... He has 10. Yeah, no.
No, he does not have 20.
No. What do you mean? Last year, he led baseball with 47. Or he was tied for the lead.
I know, but...
So, I expect more from him. He's got 10 steals.
Wasn't he out for a couple weeks, though, earlier?
I don't care. Not enough for 10 steals.
Fair enough. No, I think definitely Mookie Betts and Jock Peterson are the pick, which is weird to say because Jock Peterson...
Sneakily good this year.
Yeah, he's very good, but it's funny because all of his... I want to put this in quotes, by the way.
He got slapped.
Skill is with the bat. Like, usually when we see these all-stars, they're two-way guys. Like Mookie Betts could put up 50 homers and have 100 defensive runs saved if he really wanted to. Adam Duvall could do the same thing. He wins Gold Gloves. Starling Marte, we know what we get out of Starling Marte. And then Jock Peterson, he's okay in left field. Like, he's, it could be worse. You could have, like, Albert Pujols out there. Like, modern-day Albert Pujols, that is. But, like... All of the reason why he's there right now is because of the bat skill. It's impressive. It's very impressive to see that a guy with only one talent, I shouldn't say talent, with that, like, the one big skill gap, he's still up there in voting and everything. Very good for baseball.
Okay. I mean, I guess I agree. I can't really disagree right now. I don't have numbers. Moving on to DH, I mean, Yordan over Shohei. I'm sorry, Shohei.
No question.
You just haven't been as good as last year, and Yordan's numbers are significantly better than yours. And then Harper does deserve the vote, but he's not even going to make... He's not going to be in the All-Star game regardless. He's injured, but I do think he should be the starter. I mean, all his numbers are better than William Contreras, who's going to wind up starting.
The question is this the first time in history brothers are starting on the All-Star team together?
I don't know. I'm not going to look it up.
No, I can't.
I think it probably would. It probably would.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. I mean,
that's something I would assume. If it's not, it's like who else?
Who?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our and Shohei back to Shohei. He's gonna get on there no matter what. He's gonna be a pitcher. He's gonna be he's on the All-Star team and he's gonna be there as a pitcher too. So let him do his thing. And it works out because he wasn't gonna be the starter. He wasn't gonna start the All-Star game for the pitching. So then when they bring him into the lineup, he can just pitch after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. What's the rule? There's like a DH rule, like a Shohei rule.
That is the rule. You take him out as pitcher, he could stay as DH.
Oh yeah.
That's the rule.
Yeah.
I
had to think about that.
And yeah, that's the All-Star game. Pivoting to something that has to do with the All-Star game festivities, the home run derby. No one's been announced yet. We assume that Big Meat Pete's going to be in there, Pete Alonso. He's won back-to-back. 2019, 2021. Obviously, there was no 2020. He's going to be in there. Yeah. Who else do we see potentially being in there? Because we know guys like Aaron Judge and Stanton aren't going to be in there.
So do you want to do a wish list? Like, we could each do like our own little list of...
No, I want to know who you think is going to be in there. We could do who you want, but right now I want to know who you think is going to be in there. Like, I think Schwarber is going to put himself in the mix. Second in baseball in home runs. Schwarber. I'd love to see Austin Riley in there, if I'm being honest.
I want to see, what's his name? Oh my god. Christian Walker. Yeah, he's been kind of hitting the ball hard.
I guess might as well.
Yeah, might as well.
There's going to be no other D-back on the All-Star team, probably.
The pitchers haven't been announced.
Okay, what D-back pitcher is going to be in the All-Star team?
Zach Gallen.
No.
He's been doing okay.
Not All-Star numbers.
It's the Diamondbacks.
That's not the point. The point is if he's an All-Star.
Every team has to have an All-Star.
No, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
Last year, every team did not have an All-Star, I don't think.
Yes, every team has to have an All-Star.
Oh, well, that's stupid. That should just be who's the best.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I think Schwarber's going to be in there.
Okay.
Because he's done it before. I think Vladdy's going to be in there again, dare I say.
I believe that. Jock Peterson.
Actually, I don't think Vladdy's going to be in there. Take it back.
Jock Peterson.
Yeah. I think CJ Cron's going to be in there. He's been having a good year.
CJ Cron would be fun.
Rhys Hoskins, dare I say.
That would be interesting.
I mean, might as well. Holy Brandon Drury on the Reds has 17 homers this year. Didn't know that till just now. You think Ohtani goes in there again?
No.
I don't think so.
He can't. It's sad to say because I love Shohei Ohtani. I love what he does.
I'm so glad he got bounced first round last year.
Yeah, he can't do it. Like that's so weird to say. He can't do it.
I also just don't want him
to. I really.
You think Mancini goes in there again?
Maybe.
He was in there last year.
He's been doing really well, but then again, if the Orioles are looking to trade him, they might ask to not have.
Why would they trade him?
No, he's just been thrown around in trade rumors. Apparently, the Mets have contacted about him.
I don't think they're going to trade him.
I don't think so, but if anything,
he made the finals last year.
Yeah. So, if anything gets serious, I could see
Rowdy Tellez.
Rowdy Tellez would be fun.
That would be fun. I love Rowdy Tellez.
He wouldn't be efficient enough, I feel like.
What, you think he would run out of energy?
Yeah, I feel like you would definitely need like a gallon Gatorade bottle. Like funneling through an IV to keep him going.
Jesus Christ.
No, I love Rowdy Tellez. That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun.
Patrick Wisdom. I really just want to see guys that we've never seen before. That's really what I'm focused on.
You know what?
I don't want to see guys that we've seen. I just don't. I like seeing new guys.
Mike Trout, you're 14 games back, basically. Go do the home run derby.
He's not fun enough. He's not fun enough guy to do
but
that.
Like, we see it off the field. The dude has a personality.
Yeah, but he's not fun enough.
But, like, go do the home run derby. Go up there, hit one homer, and then fucking flail your bat around like, suck my dick.
He's not going to do that. He's not doing the home run derby.
I know, but I wish he would.
Yeah, no, those are some people. And this brings us to our next topic indirectly. I'd love to see Julio Rodriguez up there. That would
in the home run derby.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be cool too.
Yeah,
because now let me pivot this here. The AL Rookie of the Year. I'd argue it's undoubtedly right now, as we speak, on the morning of July 6th, 2022. I'd argue that Julio Rodriguez is by far the AL Rookie of the Year. Okay. By far.
So I agree with you, but who are the top three? Because I think it's J-Rod,
Bobby Witt,
Jeremy Pena.
Yeah, those are the top three, but I think Julio Rodriguez is by far the winner.
I mean, he ready his rookie rankings as of July 6th. First in hits by a lot with 86. Tied for first in doubles with 16. He's tied with Bobby Witt. First in home runs with 15. First in RBIs with 43. First in stolen bases by a lot with 21. And he's first in WAR at 3.5.
Yeah, the guy's a monster.
He's a monster. And I mean, we knew he was going to be good. Did we know he was going to be this good? No. I think
Do I regret buying a Jared Kelenic jersey instead of a Julio Rodriguez jersey?
Yes. Being this good at this point in the year for a rookie, I just don't see a way that he doesn't win it. Yep. I just don't see a way.
No, I agree with you. There is a world where in the second half, with the schedule that the Astros have, where Jeremy Pena picks up a lot of ground, considering that the Mariners are not the team that we thought they would be.
That doesn't even matter, though.
No, okay. I phrased that wrong. I think since the Astros are the best team, the competition that they have to... Like, the mentality within that clubhouse might make it easier for Jeremy Pena to regain ground in the race.
And they're close. Jeremy Pena and Julio Rodriguez are very close in just stats. Jeremy Pena is batting .276. J-Rod's batting .277. Jeremy Pena has a .327 on base percentage. J-Rod's at .336. And OPS wise, Pena has an .809 OPS, and J-Rod has a .823 OPS. So like he does lead him in all those things. I just don't see a way that he doesn't win AL Rookie of the Year. Like if the season ended today type of thing. What's up? Why are you putting your hand up?
J-Rod for the home run derby. I almost said the
I just said that. Derby. I said that earlier.
Oh, I thought you were advocating for him to be an all-star.
No. Oh. Well, he should be an all-star too, if I'm being honest. Better than George Springer.
Yes, sir.
No, but I would love to see him. I said if home run derby J-Rod, I feel like would be really cool.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun. And you know what? He's so fast that I feel like if he hits a home run with a high enough launch angle, he could probably go out and rob it too. He's
I'm sure he would do that.
Yeah. That would be double points.
He'd hit it and he'd be like, give me my
glove. He'd be like Marshawn Lynch running through the sea of kids out there.
Oh God. You know what? Can we say? This just going back to the home run derby really quick. I think this would be a funny prop bet kind of thing. Over or under? One time we see Pete Alonso dancing while a child is injured.
We'll do 1.5 and I'll hammer the over. We could do 12.5. I'll hammer the over.
Wait, what if we say so what's today? The 6th?
Today's the 6th.
So what if we say over, under, Pete, Alonso dancing with a child. It's funnier saying child injured.
Wait, then you're betting on child injury. No, we cannot make that bet.
We most definitely can. Hold on. Let me restate this.
We most definitely
let me restate this. Okay, ready? All right, ready? So, for the home run derby, over under 1.5 times we see Pete Alonso dancing at the plate while a child is injured.
Give me the over-under at 0.5, please, because they're not going to show it more than once.
All right. Let me try this again then. Over-under 0.5 times we see Pete Alonso dancing with a child injured during the derby, during his at-bat. What you got?
The off-season for all these kids has been hard, and I think that they've put in the necessary work to not get injured. Like, they just need to stay on the field to put up some of the most spectacular fielding numbers we've ever seen.
It's different kids.
Yeah, no, but I think we're gonna see them really come out. I mean, it's gonna be all kids from LA. We know how stuck up they are. They're not gonna be running around like the kids in Colorado. I'm definitely gonna go with the under.
All right, I'm smashing the over.
I want to see
it.
If we see a kid go down, I will whatever. Like,
I want to see an injured child.
Okay. Well, he's on the record. He said it. Ladies and gentlemen, quote that. Hello, TikTok.
The thing is, it's not even the child getting injured. It has to be during Pete Alonso's at bat, which just adds an aspect to it.
Yeah, but I feel like Pete Alonso's so good at baseball. He's so good at
That's
baseball.
got nothing to do with a child. All right, let's end this there. You want to just what do we want to talk about? What do we want to talk about? You know what? One thing. Let's talk about some of the series that happened. If I'm being quite honest.
If he's being quite frank.
So let's just go back to what's today, Tuesday. Let's go to the July 4th. The July 4th games. Yes, 2 days ago.
Well, let's address the elephant in the room first. Why did every team not play on July 4th? Come on.
Yeah, 2 teams didn't play. Yankees and let me try to figure out who the other the Pirates. The Yankees and the Pirates didn't play on July 4th. That's so mean. I hate that. I mean, yesterday they played on July 5th. They were all wearing the friggin' July 4th hats, which, by the way, those July 4th hats are disgusting.
Really?
Let me just throw that out there.
They're badass, in my opinion.
Every team should play on July 4th. Give everyone's
It's America's pastime.
Literally, America's pastime. You don't got every team playing. Hopefully they fix that for next year. I don't even know. I don't really care. It just annoyed me.
I feel like they should have done it.
Okay, yeah.
They should have done it where all of like the rivalries played for July 4th to make the best baseball possible,
Well,
and bring out all the people that you could to the ballpark and offer like $5 tickets if you go to the box office at the stadium. Like they should have done something.
It's the same thing as the concept that I always use this example when I'm talking about how bad they are with making schedules. The September 11th game, why don't the Mets and Yankees play each other every year, alternating what stadium it's at? It makes no sense whatsoever, but whatever.
Hey,
Until I'm making the schedule, it won't happen.
Well said.
And another thing, I feel like there were a lot of walk-offs on July 4th. The Orioles walked off in 10 innings.
You're done.
The Astros walked off. The Brewers walked off.
Okay. The Brewer who hit the walk-off homer?
What's his name? Victor Caratini.
Yes,
the catcher.
Victor Caratini is a hero in Milwaukee for the next couple weeks, but no one will ever know that he went 0 for 4 leading up to that at bat where he hit a 3-run walk-off homer. I know, no, like it shouldn't matter.
The game. It doesn't
but
matter.
That's how crazy. Like that's why I love baseball so much. Is because you could suck for 9.5 innings, and if you come up to bat in the bottom of the ninth, you can still win the game for your team.
That's the beauty of the game.
It's so cool because if he would have struck out there, or if he would have grounded into a double play or whatever, like people would have just been like, "Oh my God, we need to trade for a catcher." Like, "Oh my God, we need to figure out something." Like we need to get the bats moving.
It would have been tied. It would have been tied anyway. It was a 2-2 game.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
But if they lost because of it, I could see that happening.
Yeah, like it's just crazy that's how baseball works.
Well, it's the same thing with like Gallo and Hicks on the Yankees. If they do bad, everyone hates them. The one good hit they get, everyone's celebrating, giving them a parade. Although not everyone, but I'm trying to think of other examples that aren't the Yankees. What's another
Baez with the Tigers. Tigers fans hate Javier Baez when he's doing bad, but when he's on, like when he hit that grand slam a couple of weeks ago, I mean, Tigers fans, you would have thought that they won the World Series the way that they were celebrating it.
That's just Javi Baez in general, to be fair.
Love Javier Baez.
I hate Javier Baez.
I have a Javier Baez mix.
I don't hate him. I don't want to say I hate anyone.
Yeah. Javi, come on the pod.
I wouldn't take Javier Baez on my team.
That's fair.
That's all I'm saying.
That's fair.
Don't hate him. Just that's.
Who's another guy that's like that?
I don't really know because I'm not a diehard fan of any other team.
What's his name?
Like if something like that happens, I'm like, that sucks, and he sucks, and that kind of sucks. What's his name?
Oh my
What's
God.
his name?
On the White Sox. Outfielder.
Eloy?
Yeah. White Sox fans hate that he's injured all the time, and that like he's not contributing all that he can, and they always are like, let's just trade him. Like we still have value even though he's injured. Whatever. Blah 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 blah. And then he'll come up and have a 3-for-4 day with like a walk-off double, and he will be the savior of Chicago for that day.
Yeah. By the way, the Cubs, they've been very bad this year, but I feel like they beat good teams all the time because they beat the Brewers last night, and like they swept the Cardinals a couple weeks ago, and I feel like their pitching hasn't been terrible. Keegan Thompson's been really good. And their lineup's been really good. Seiya Suzuki has not been the superstar we thought, although I kind of guessed that he wasn't going to come in and be Shohei Ohtani.
He had an inside the park home
a couple days ago, yeah.
Which was pretty cool.
Give him some time, just like it's kind of like Shohei. He took a couple of years to get good.
Yeah. We'll see him come around eventually. Maybe.
But even then, I feel like the Cubs lineup hasn't been terrible. And
over under 0.5 MVP awards for Seiya Suzuki.
Under. I don't think he wins an MVP. Wait, let me look up the Chicago Cubs 20. I want to see what their Pythagorean win-loss is. Their Pythagorean win-loss, which is basically, it takes the amount of runs they've given up and the amount of runs they've scored and kind of like makes like what their record should be and what their record is. So the record is 33-48, and their Pythagorean win-loss is 35-46. Wait, that's actually a bad thing. That means they're playing worse than they should.
Good job, Cubbies. Sell at the deadline.
Go Cubs, go. No, they're not going to sell. Who do they have to sell?
Ian
Happ and Contreras are the only two that they would trade. They're not trading Patrick Wisdom. They're not trading Nico Horner.
They're not
trading Frank Schwindel, although he's on the DL or the IL. Oh my God, I said DL. That's like the first time I said DL in a very long time. I've gotten really used to saying IL.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of Contreras, where do you think he would go if they traded him? Because right now, I feel like the Astros are the top suitor. They have fucking Martin Maldonado batting 180. And meanwhile, Wilson Contreras sitting here batting 274 with almost 900 OPS, 13 homers, 35 RBIs. Good behind the plate, throws out runners. I'd see the Astros as a really good suitor.
Okay.
I seem like an Astros fan today because I'm wearing the jersey. I was talking good about them earlier.
I agree with the Astros take. I do think that he ends up there, but to be different, I'm going to give you another team. You ready for this one?
Don't say the Mets.
The New York Mets.
Serious?
Yeah. Because
I can see it.
James McCann is...
The Orioles walked off the Rangers last night, by the way, too.
Yeah, no, you said that already.
No, they walked them off on July 4th.
Oh, okay.
2 days in a row they walked.
That's cool. So... James McCann has not been what Mets fans have wanted out of him, which is sad because, I mean, the guy, he's done a good amount in his career. Like, he's been okay. Not spectacular, but he's been okay. And it's sad to say that he's not the answer behind the dish for the Mets. And with how aggressive they are this season and how much they want to win, I could see them making the trade for Wilson Contreras.
Like I said, I could see it happening. They would just have to put enough prospects together.
Yeah, which the Mets are.
And they already gave him Pete Crow Armstrong, who was like one of their top prospects. I don't know. I think it would take a lot, especially with how good he's been. They'd have to give up a lot of their prospects.
Yeah, I definitely. Do we see who's their like top catching prospect? Francisco.
Oh yes,
Alvarez.
Yes. I think it's Francisco. Here, I can check right now.
I think it's Francisco Alvarez. I feel like it would be him and then like a low A guy.
They love that catching prospect. They love him though.
Yeah,
so
Mets fans are addicted to him.
Yeah, it's Francisco Alvarez. He's in AAA right now.
Yeah, he just got called up a couple days ago.
He did? No, he didn't. He's in AAA right now.
Yeah, he got called up a couple days ago to AAA.
Oh, I think he meant to MLB. I was like, what?
No.
He's the 5th overall prospect in baseball. Would they trade him for a how long is Wilson Contreras on contract? Would they trade him for Wilson Contreras?
A year, like they would basically get a year and a half of Wilson Contreras, I believe.
Free agent 2023. So yeah, a year and a half of Wilson Contreras. Is he worth your top catching prospect?
So
if they really think that they have a chance to win the World Series this year, with DeGrom coming back, with Scherzer good, Scherzer just came back last night, which I do want to talk about for a minute, and then DeGrom coming back.
You go for it.
I think
you have to go.
Yeah,
for
I think you go because you get him next year too. Worst comes to worst, you have
him
next year.
And with how much money Steve Cohen has, like Wilson can say that he doesn't want to stay there all he wants. If he sees a check for $200 million sitting on the table, not to say that he would get that much, but if he sees a check that he wants, he'll take it. If you're going to go into a win-now mode, Mets, make the trade. You don't want to gamble on your future when you want to win now. That's where I'm going to stay. That's what I'm going to say about that situation.
Okay. And then now I want to talk about, really quick, the Mets DeGrommed Scherzer last night. And what I mean by that is that, okay, so the Mets played the Reds. Scherzer makes his return start. Scherzer goes 6 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts, 2 hits, no earned runs. So great start, especially coming off injury. The only reason he didn't go more is because he's coming off injury. The Mets lost 1-0 to a walk-off sac fly in the bottom of the 9th inning. They DeGrommed Scherzer.
They did DeGrom Scherzer. For anyone who doesn't understand what we're saying, DeGrom has been notorious since his debut, basically, to be lacking run support. And, we could see DeGrom go 8 innings of scoreless baseball and they'll still lose the game, getting no decision, whatever. And that's exactly what happened here yesterday. With Max Scherzer, which is upsetting because this Mets lineup is usually super powerful and they got shut down by the Cincinnati Reds. Crazy to think about. DeGrom is progressing back. He did pitch an inning and 2/3, struck out all 5 batters that he saw, basically. When DeGrom and Scherzer are both back in the majors, are they the best 1-2 in baseball history?
History? Probably not. Don't ask me for an example, but probably not in history. It depends on how DeGrom is when he comes back.
I mean, in his rehab start, he, like I said, struck out all 5 batters. Then again, it was single A. I mean, the guy's barely seen good pitching, let alone some of the greatest pitching of our generation. He's topping out his fastball at 101 and locating his slider with a little bit less velocity but more precise location, which is interesting because DeGrom has always been a power pitcher, and the fact that he's able to slow down his breaking pitches that much is it's terrifying for a batter. I watch it on TV and it doesn't look like all that, but when you're in the box, I can imagine that when you're sitting on a 101, 102 mile an hour fastball, an 87 to 89 mile an hour slider is not going to be your best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also DeGrom starting for I think it's single A Mets, St. Lucille, St. Louis or something.
Beautiful
like that.
stadium.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
And he was carving up batters.
They did not need to start him that low. They're gonna take the time.
To be fair, they kind of did. He's literally a walking injury.
Yeah. So I think we'll see him at the same time that we see Nando. Nando, on the opposite coast, Padres guy. You might know of him. He's okay.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's amazing. By the way,
he's progressing forward back as well. He's probably going to start rehab assignments after the All-Star break, which is good. And he's been doing all the fielding drills and stuff. And I believe the Padres are thinking about starting him in center field when he comes back.
There were some videos of him doing outfield drills, but at the same time, there's also been videos of him doing shortstop drills. So who knows? I'd rather see him at short. I think he's a young guy. Sure, he makes a lot of errors, but with time, that's the only way you're going to get better is with time. They can't just give up. And in the outfield, even last season, he wasn't great either. So
yeah, I mean, you put him out there because he has a powerful arm and because he runs fast. I could see why they want to put him in the outfield because they do have in my opinion, an MLB-ready shortstop in oh my god, I'm blanking on
Abrams.
Yeah, C.J. Abrams. They have an MLB-level ready shortstop, and you want to put the best lineup out on the field in a time where you can contend to win the wild card and win your division, maybe even, depending on what happens and where everything falls. It would make sense that you want to put out the best lineup, but also, if Nando says he wants to play short, they're going to put him at short.
Yeah, no, he does what he wants.
He does what he wants.
Does what he wants.
He does what he wants.
Does what he wants.
He does what he wants.
Does what he
Oh,
wants.
yeah. Okay, so, anyway, the Padres are only going to get... We say this literally... We say this every episode. The Padres are only going to get better with him. Sure, they are 5.5 games back. They're 2... I didn't realize they were this bad lately. They're 2-8 in their last 10.
Yes, sir.
They need him now because they smell the division lead.
They're
smelling...
No, they didn't. They took one.
They're smelling the division, but they're starting to lose its grasp.
Yeah.
And once Nando comes back, they're going to be a lot better.
Yeah. Oh, also, round of applause for San Diego. It took them 434 days to get another win in Dodger Stadium. Over 1 year.
That is kind of crazy. That sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks for them.
Sucks for them.
Good for the Dodgers.
Good for the Dodgers.
Sucks for the Padres.
Sucks for them.
Sucks for them.
How about the Giants? It's
Good
okay for them.
It's fine for the Giants. They're 10.5 games back.
Yeah.
Giants are not having fun.
So
the Yankees still have the highest run differential in the league, but not by much. Dodgers are catching up.
yes.
How are the Astros? They're actually pretty far
Okay.
behind.
One team we need to talk about is the Minnesota Twins.
Man,
They are clicking.
they are clicking. But
They are clicking mighty well, and they're proving it. I mean, right now, I believe as like when this is being uploaded and everything, they're playing the White Sox still.
yeah.
So
Today? Yeah.
the Twins yesterday took care of business. July 4th, they took care of business. It is crazy how bad the White Sox are compared to a Minnesota Twins lineup that actually has, I shouldn't say star power, but actually has good baseball great baseball players.
Who, the Twins?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Carlos Correa, Byron Buxton, Gio Urshela, Gary Sanchez.
Luis Arias. Gary
Arias.
Sanchez sucks. Luis Arias.
Hey!
Luis Arias has been amazing on that team, batting .350.
Who's their second baseman?
Jorge Polanco.
Yeah, Jorge Polanco.
He was injured for a little bit, but he's back now. Their team overall really isn't bad. Their starting pitching has been amazing.
Joe Ryan
has been really, really, really good.
Yeah, but this is... I mean, I think I've gone on this...
Sonny Gray has been sneakily good, too.
Yeah, I think I've gone on this rant,
Devin
4 times
Smeltzer.
since the season started, of that the White Sox have never been a good baseball team. They were just the best out of the worst.
Yeah, we're going to do this episode probably, next week or the week after, right before the All-Star break. Probably right the day before, the morning of the Home Run Derby, we'll probably do this. I believe I picked the White Sox to win the World Series, so... Their team on paper is...
Their team on paper is okay at best.
We'll look over it, but that's just the thing.
We're going to do a checkup on all of our awards.
All our picks.
Oh, I love that.
I
feel like I've been doing really well this year with my guesstimations.
But yeah, back to their Urshela, Gary, Jose Miranda at first, sleeper. Arias, Correa has been really good. Correa started off bad.
Yeah.
Been so good. No, he's batting .300.
Yeah, he's picked it up.
Yes, he's picked it up. Yeah, I didn't like the way you said that. You were like, yeah, he's picked it up. He has picked it up. Man's batting I take that back. He's batting .286.
Close enough.
He was batting .300 last week. I will tell you
At some point, he was.
813 OPS. He's been good.
This is like the weekly Carlos Correa watch. Does he opt in or opt out after this week? After this season. We're just going to ask this every episode.
Will he opt out after the season?
Yeah.
As of right now, no.
I think he still does.
They're leading their division by 4.5 games. As of right now, I don't think so.
I still think he would. But yeah.
Well, what else do we got? That's really all we have.
The Homer Draft. Homer Draft
we could do in a minute. Series this week. Marlins killing the Angels. Sandy Alcantara.
Tore that
8 innings pitched. No earned runs. The Angels are bad. Sandy Alcantara is amazing. Yankees Pirates tonight. Like you said, Twins White Sox. We got Cubs Brewers. A's Blue Jays is very random, and I'm not going to watch any of it.
The A's played the Blue Jays.
Phillies Nationals, I'm going to watch that. Josiah Gray is pitching tonight. I love Josiah Gray. I've really loved Josiah Gray in the last couple weeks.
And against Aaron Nola, too. Aaron Nola's been insanely good as well.
Yes.
Does Baltimore walk it off again tonight? 3 nights in a row?
Ooh.
I'm going to go with yes. Just for the fun of it. I think Adley Rushman's going to hit a walk-off single. But Mets, Cincinnati. Are they going to DeGrom David Peterson? Maybe. Tampa, Boston's always fun. Boston, the Yankees play the Red Sox starting on Thursday. Starting tomorrow, Yankees play the Red Sox. First time since the opening week in Boston. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Reds, Pirates.
The 4-line guys are going out there.
They are.
Have fun, 4-line. Okay.
Pirates, Reds play a doubleheader, just in case you wanted to know, on Thursday. So we'll actually be there. We won't be there. All right, go on.
The weekend series to watch in case because I believe we'll be recording next time on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken.
Somewhere around there.
Toronto, Seattle. Make sure that you tune in because the return of Robbie Ray will be
Oh, I guess yeah, that's something.
Because I think Robbie Ray
pitching?
is scheduled to pitch one of those days, like one of the
find
weekend
out.
series.
You just keep talking.
I'm just looking forward to it.
I mean, if he is pitching, I guess yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, he that'll be an interesting one. I believe that's like my series that I'm gonna watch. Obviously, besides
he is supposed to start July 9th versus the Blue Jays. Wait, what did you just say?
What?
Robbie Ray's return to where?
Return to the Blue Jays.
They're playing in Seattle, so
pitching against the Blue Jays. It's still exciting.
They're playing in Seattle. I don't really care.
It's still exciting to me. I'm still gonna watch the games because 1, J-Rod, 2, Jared Kelenic could get called up. No, we can't.
No, we can't.
No, we can't.
No, we can't. All right, you want to move over to the Homer draft? Cubs, Dodgers play this weekend. You want to go over to the Homer draft? Okay, so last week, off the pod, I believe Lewis picked. He picked J-Rod and Goldschmidt, who got a total of 7 points. I believe J-Rod
carried
6 of those points.
Yes, sir.
He had 2 solo shots, a 2-run shot, and 2 2-run shots, I believe.
Yep.
And
2 solo shots, 2 2-run.
I picked Juan Soto and Adolis Garcia. Juan Soto hit a solo homer. That's it. Lewis has 42 points in the Homer draft. I have 26, so trailing by a lot. Can I make my pick first since I'm down by so much?
Rock, paper, scissors.
You know what? You can pick first. Go.
No, rock, paper, scissors.
Do you want to pick first?
No, I want to rock, paper, scissors first.
All right, ready?
Rock,
paper. All right, I won. All right, so I'm gonna choose to get the wraparound. So you pick first.
All right, I'm gonna go with my AL first.
AL first.
And let me just fact check myself here.
You don't even have your picks ready.
No, I do.
My picks are ready.
But I was just.
I'm like Adam Silver.
Oh yeah.
All right, go.
Oh yeah.
Go.
Give me Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge against the Red Sox?
Against the Red Sox, and they're still playing the Pirates right now, too. Give me Aaron Judge as my AL pick.
Okay, I respect that. I get 2 here in my wraparound.
You do get 2.
I am going, since you went AL first, I'll go NL first. I'm going to go CJ Crone.
Okay.
He's been good. They're playing the Diamondbacks this weekend. I have faith in CJ Crone. And then my second pick is Yordan. Right now they're playing the Royals, and this weekend they're playing the A's, so I'm hoping he can hit some home runs. Okay. Who's your NL pick?
My NL pick. So
yes, that's what I asked.
Off the bat, what I always, like every week when we do this, I always want to go with one player. And that one player has not let me down.
Well, you can't pick him every week.
So far. I know. But the problem is that I can't pick him every week.
Yeah.
I would love to keep him around. Listen, big clubhouse guy here. Big clubhouse.
Just tell us your pick. Oh my God, I'm gonna.
What's happening? What is happening? But I want to go with Kyle Schwarber.
You know, he was my other pick.
Yeah.
He was gonna be my other pick.
I believe this is the second time I've taken him. And I believe it's also the second time I've taken Judge.
Yeah, you just can't take them back-to-back weeks.
Yeah,
That's the only rule.
You can't do
Or back-to-back picks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they've been two of my guys. Aaron Judge is about to go off, being up in Beantown, and Kyle Schwarber is just Kyle Schwarber. It doesn't matter where the hell he's playing. He'll hit a homer.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it. That's all we
it.
got. What a day.
What a day.
Looking forward to the games tonight. Watch out. Keep looking at the YouTube in case we're streaming soon some of the games. TikTok live. Check it out. Check out the Instagram. We're close to 1,000 followers on Instagram, so let's get there soon. And yeah, we thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening. If you made it to this point, we love you. And
how did you do it?
we will see you next time. It's been a pleasure.
Been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure.
Never